I didn't really know. I mean, that's where I got, the you do one cert and you're like, oh, that's it, like post it on LinkedIn now. But you're a bit like the fish at the end of Finding Nemo. You know, the one in the plastic bag that just like end up in the ocean, and they're like, what now? And you're like, well, you don't know what to do, right? So a bit like a fish stuck in a plastic bag in the ocean. So I felt that there's a lot of position, obviously. A lot of them require experience, and that's where I was like, what to do, right? Um, okay, I'm studying, pretty good at studying, so I've done another certification, and since I got another one, and I keep doing more, but I know it's not like really gonna. It's helping you, but it's not helping you as much as you think. So that's why I think it was a lot more relevant for me to join the Talent Stack. I wanted to join the tech community or the tech industry. Yeah, probably 5 years ago, 4 years ago, when it started coming up. I was very interested in everything that was technical, software and website. I love everything that's very neat and fast responding, and the user interface and all that stuff. So I thought it was really cool. I just didn't really know about the career path at the time. So I've done like various jobs, but mostly engineering. And so my best friend has essentially joined Salesforce in 2019. And I heard about Salesforce before because I used Salesforce when I used to work as a sales for a brief period of my life. And so I thought that was pretty cool, and I managed to get not an interview, but more like a chat with a Salesforce manager. And I say, hey, I want to switch to IT. What would you recommend? And say, well, you can switch to anything like Salesforce, Oracle, or maybe Amazon Web Services. And you just have to do one certification, right? And I chose Salesforce because Trailhead makes it very easy to learn. You have the whole path and a number of certification that's pretty straightforward. You can get all of them or just a few of them and kind of try and specialize. So yeah, that's how I reached out to. I came across at some point on the Talent Stacker. I think it was December 2020. I was looking into the different Salesforce jobs, so I learned about like being a consultant or maybe an admin or BA, and say, oh, that sounds pretty cool. So I've seen a post on LinkedIn, and I've seen like all these people who are like Salesforce admin at Talent Stacker. I'm like, what is this, right? Yeah, I found it was a bit weird at the beginning, and then I kind of dug into it and then went on the website and was like, oh, that's cool. Like what really got into me and attracted me to go there was the volunteer experience. And also, all the LinkedIn, how to get your LinkedIn stuff. And so, yeah, after, a couple of months of decision because of the cost, you're like, is that a good decision or not? I can decide to sign up, in January. I've done all the LinkedIn stuff, and I found like the LinkedIn advice was really worth my money, like straight away. Because like I grew my profile like so much. Like I took nice pictures of the background or the certification onto the background of stuff. Obviously, it takes some time to get like a nice one, but I think I can like kind of like the way my LinkedIn profile looks. And I added over the past like 3 months, 4 months, like my profile grew like by 700 connection. As an engineer, like for so long, like no one would add me or whatever. It's just, but since you change it and then you make it Salesforce relevant, then I got a ton of contact from recruiters as well. Say, especially since I signed my contract, because Murphy's Law is always like that. When you get a job, you're going to get more opportunities and messages coming in. And then like, I already got a job. It's always like that. But yeah, first of all, my LinkedIn profile. So that was for me, like one of the key stuff. I really wanted to have like a nice, clean LinkedIn profile that was really Salesforce relevant. So that transition was made. I even had some friends asking like, why you joined Salesforce or whatever. I'm like, no, I haven't. Uh, yeah, so first of all, I was really looking forward to the project because I kept in the UK, I actually got a call from a recruiter, and she was like, and several recruiters actually asked me, have you got any experience, like even a small one? And I was like, oh, that's it. That's what I need, right? I need that small project. And at the time, I was like, well, I haven't got it yet, but I'm still waiting, right? I joined the waiting list. Um, And fast forward to April, I believe, that's where I started my project. So I got in touch, and then that's where I met with Stefania, and we are a group of three people. And we had a list of probably 50 different requirements, and implementing a non-profit success pack. That was very interesting. We actually managed to structure the group pretty well. I think we had a very good group. I don't know about other group, but this one for us was really good. I think in terms of communication, work, and everything. So that was, yeah, very intense. You know, you had 4 weeks, loads of requirement, reviews every Sunday. At the time, I was in Singapore, so I had like 8 hours time difference. I was doing the reviews at night. It was pretty fun. I did enjoy it very much. Since I was in Singapore, I was also happy when it ended because I was working quite late, but that was really good. And I finally, updated my profile, and I reached out to several recruiters. The project went really well, and I actually felt really comfortable with, business requirement gathering, and, collecting and writing some of the tasks in Asana, the presentation of the video overall. So I know Stefania, I think she said I, I was doing pretty well with in the project to Bradley, and then he recommended me to someone that was looking for a BA, and that's how I got pretty much the job at the end. I think it was more like, again, I've done in the past, I've changed job once. I've been from engineering to sales, and, you have to go through the process of convincing people that you're the right individual for that. I think it was more like, can you make the change? It's a big challenge. Everyone asks the same question. Like, you're probably in a special, different job right now. You're doing something completely different or unrelated or non-technical. And you're thinking, what can I actually do the change? And you always have that in mind. Like, is that going to happen? And that as you start getting interviews, as you start, doing more certification, like, you get confidence, and that's why you realize, like, you can actually make it happen. And it's just a matter of time, because the more interview you have, statistically speaking, the more likely you'll be to get a job. So yeah, it's just about realizing that you're capable of doing, a change. And also from a certification standpoint, like, I had to reshift my way of learning again. So I'm just doing more certs now. Much easier to do the other one than the first one. But if you haven't done certification for a long time, you'll feel it's much easier when you've done the first one. So the next one will be much easier, and so on. So yeah, I mean, I've been hesitant to join the program, and one of my regrets was not doing it earlier. I think it would have been, more clear on my LinkedIn profile. And if you haven't done your certification, that's even better. Like, you get the whole guide on how to do it. You don't have to try to find out how to do it. It's just all there. You have study groups. You can meet a lot of people. So I said the earlier you join, the better. I mean, I got a good friend of mine who's thinking about it, and I definitely said, like, just join the program. Like, that'll be much quicker. Like, if you do it now, you can find a job in 3 to 6 months, going from the same background. And yeah, so I definitely try to push him to join. I would advise doing it, like, if you can definitely afford it, and it's definitely a good investment.